Everything kind of just loading up, getting itself started. There we go. Go ahead and update those titles. Go ahead and mute myself too over on my other monitor. Alright, we are good. Hello everybody. Wow. Just by changing my camera, I got like a new shiny spot on my forehead from my lamp. Very interesting. Anyway, hello everybody. Hope everyone is well. Yeah. I said earlier I was gonna hop on and be online a little bit more. And I'm online now, especially because a little while ago I was having dinner and saw that the Season 2 patch notes dropped in Marvel Rivals. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna go read those. I also noticed, like, I opened my stream at the end of last stream a little bit and saw that my bit rate was like super low. Like when I was like doing tier lists and just talking and watching stuff, it was fine. But when I was playing like the actual games, it was just so fuzzy. And I was like, what the heck? So I went in my settings, I checked my bitrate. For whatever reason, my bitrate like had been reset to like the OBS like default, which was like 2K or something like that, which I was like, no, whoa, that is too low, right? So anyway, got that fixed. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up another tab. So we can come over here. Let's go on to the Marvel Rivals YouTube page. Oh, it's probably just on their website. It's not a YouTube video. What am I talking about? I can get it from the posts. All right. Marvel Rivals. All right. Let's go ahead, switch over the screens. Open up this. All right, here we go, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the new balance adjustments. All right, so this you could see here 2025-04-11. So this is a adjustment that will go live, of course, for the next season, right? Yeah, let's start. Okay, so it'll be alphabetical throughout the roles. Captain America. Steve will undergo some adjustments to his survivability, leading to a slight decrease in his overall resilience. Okay, that's good actually. Oh wait, like good base health from 675 to 650. Yes, shield health is like I might have gone 375 and might not gone as hard. I think that's very interesting. They're decreasing his resilience, which is really good because there'd be so many situations where Cap just like never dies, right? So I think it makes sense. At the same time, though, I would have liked them like a little thing here saying they're removing the cooldown of his shield, right, to compensate for this a little bit. Because right now, and if you don't know, if you play Captain America, you hold your shield up whenever you put your shield down. You have like a 1.5 second cooldown before you can raise your shield again. And despite that cooldown being so small, it can be really impactful. So I think that's very interesting that they didn't actually fix that and they instead just took down his survivability, which is interesting, right? Especially because, like, as annoying as he is, he's not a top tier tank. He's honestly one of the worst of the tanks. Not, the tanks overall are not bad by any means, but out of, comparing himself to the rest of them, he is overall one of the worst. Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, will see a reduction in his overall offensive capabilities. All right, so projectile damage from 1816. Okay, and he shoots 3 at a time, so that takes us, if you hit all 3, right? You hit all 3 before you're doing, what is that, 36 to 54, right? 54 damage. And this will take you down to like 48, right? Which is pretty big because hitting above like a 50 HP threshold is pretty big in this game, right? So yeah, because if you're hitting over 50 HP, because a lot of things kind of goes by those 25, 50, kind of things, you can get some kill value out of like hitting more of those daggers. I don't know. And his dark magic to damage. Okay, so less damage multiplier on his E whenever you are at max max dark magic, which is interesting. Overall just less offense, yeah. Wait, but didn't they say they were going to compensate his damage with more survivability? And I'm not seeing anything that increases their survivability here, right? This is just like less damage from this, less damage from that. But overall, it is not, you know, there's no compensation on this, which is very interesting. Okay. I don't know if that'll be somewhere later on or if they just fucking straight up lied. I don't know. Hulk. Green Goliath will boast enhanced maneuverability and improved survivability. Base movement speed from 600 to 650. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Reduce cooldown time of his little bubble sharing thing from 12 to 10 seconds. That's pretty big. Decrease minimum charge time from the leap to 7.5. Okay, those are all good right now. Overall, I think that'll make him better and make him more playable now. It's just a lot of things the Hulk did. He was very outclassed by the Thing in a lot of them. So I think this will help differentiate himself more with being a little bit more mobile and agile, a little bit more, as a, what was I going to say? A little more hybrid with how fast he can get in and out, you know, between dive and brawl hybrid, you know. So I think this will help differentiate himself instead of just being outclassed by the Thing. He's more of a mix between Thing Venom, right? Magneto, the master of magnetism, will experience a slight decrease in the frequency of his ult. Okay, so just that's fair. He did feel like he got it a bit quick. If that's his only thing, that's nice. All right. Penny Parker. I'm sorry, my nose is pretty stuffy right now. Penny Parker, please rework her ult. I know they said they were gonna buff her. I want them to increase her base like primary fire damage by just a little bit and completely rework her ult and make it better. Let's see. Penny will receive enhancements to her primary attack damage, thank you, efficiency, and a boost to her survivability and combat capabilities. Okay, we'll see. Oh, those are only two. Cyberweb Cluster now has a chance to crit, which reduces movement speed penalty while firing the Cyberweb Cluster from 40% to 20%. Oh, that's good, actually. Okay, so now when you shoot her primary... So Penny's primary fire before could not headshot, couldn't crit, right? It just body shotted regardless. Now it can crit, which is nice, really good. Also, usually when you primary fire shoot with her, you're a bit slower, right? Now it's reducing that slow to only 20%, which makes you still pretty maneuverable if you're on your spider webs, right? Good. Increased base health from 650 to 750. Very necessary, very good. I would have loved to see that if they reworked her ult, because her ult is still duty dog water. Like if you're playing Penny, never use this ult unless like the team fight's over and you are setting up, just placing a bunch of mines on the ground in preparation for the next team fight. You just never use this ult during the team fight. It makes you, it makes you less of a threat using this ult. The Thing. The ever-loving blue-eyed Thing will see a slight reduction in his damage reduction effect. Okay, so like when you press his E and he jumps to a teammate or whatever, it just takes that damage reduction from 30% reduction to 25% reduction. Okay, not really a huge or sizable nerf in any capacity, so he's still going to be super good. That is not, I don't think that pushes anything crazy out, right? If they took it from like 30 to 15, that'd be huge, but this isn't. Also, his damage reduction is nice, pretty good. It is not the focal point. The focal point of that ability is just the fact that he can get in and out. So, like, the Mighty Thor will receive an increase in his survivability, base health up to 600, and movement speed to 650. Okay, those are both very good. I would have also liked to see some ult little buffs, right? He is not just, you know, a shot, a big target, and that he's not it's not so easy to just whiff and do nothing with. But all right, Duelist. All right, Black Widow, no Black Panther. Okay. Natasha is receiving optimizations to her shooting experience. add a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of her. Oh, okay. So whenever she like grapple kicks someone away, or whenever she uses her ult, like big gun, she can like she doesn't have to wait to like cock the gun and fire. It just like immediately cock and fire. So you can like do the grapple kick damage boom shot combo, right? So it makes it a lot easier to do some up close fights and makes her ult a bit more useful because that slow field only lasts for so long. Health reduction effect only lasts for so long, so you really want to pump as many shots as you can as quickly as you can. So this is good. We're improving Clint's mobility while drawing his bow, okay, enhancing his combat capabilities and increasing the threat of his ult. Reduce the slow effect while charging from 30 to 20, not a crazy amount, but significant enough. Increase both instances of damage for his arrow from 50 to 55. Okay, that's small, but could be big, I don't know. I don't play Hawkeye to really know his numbers like that. Decrease his ult cost to, okay, 3100s and bow speed increase drawn 1.35 to 1.5. That is very fast, so he can really launch arrows during that ult. Alright. Goddess of Death will see a reduction in mobility while enhancing her offense. Increase the cooldown time for her Astral Flock, which is like her shift, from 12:15. I need to sneeze real quick, I think maybe. I'm going to have my hand over the mute button real quick. Increase the spell field damage of Piercing Knight, which I think is her right click. 30 to 35. Decrease cooldown time from her E. Okay, that's actually pretty crazy. Especially this last one is a big one, right? Her shift is pretty big, but if you're positioning well and your team's playing well, you got heals well, you don't always need this, right? This one's big. Reducing the E little stun, you know, kind of grenade that she has to 10 seconds is pretty big, because that's a big difference between 12 and 10. So we want Luna's ult to be nerfed to, but we will see. So that's pretty big. Human Torch, please make his kit less counterintuitive. Alright, let's see. Johnny's attack feedback and survivability are being improved to enhance his impact across various combat scenarios. Okay. Reduce the attack interval from fire cluster from 0.6 to 0.5. The launch timing of the primary projectile has been advanced. Fire cluster, is that his primary or his right click? Either one, that's nice, I guess. Increase the cooldown for Meteor from 12 to 15, but a new effect after releasing Flaming Meteor immediately gains 75 bonus health. Okay, that's good. I really don't think they needed to increase the cooldown for it. He was already not, that move was already not that great, so like I don't think this was necessary at all. You could have kept the cooldown and just added the shield effect. He was not that good. But whatever, we'll see how it is. Oh, my nose is so stuffy after that shower. I'm so sorry. Here, hold up. Alright. Iron Man is seeing improvements to his mid-range combat effectiveness. Slightly reduces hitbox size. That's nice. New feature. Gain 100 bonus health, activating Armor Overdrive or Gamma Overdrive. Okay, that's nice. I need to sneeze. I need tissue. I'm just bringing the tissue box over, setting it on top of here, man. Nearby with how bad my allergies are. Oh my gosh, that was bad. All right. So this 100 bonus health on 100 bonus health upon activation of his Armor Overdrive is powered up for him. I think that's pretty good. It's a good buff for him. Yeah, just overall nice. Especially if the Gamma team up gets starting to play more with Hulk's buffs, Iron Man buffs, and Namor team up. We'll see how that is, right? All right, Iron Fist. He kind of became a really bad character after they changed him, so we'll see what they do here. All right. Lin Le We'll see an increase in his combat effectiveness against vanguards. Okay. Slight improvement to his mobility. Slight reduction in survivability when first entering the battlefield. Okay. Reduce the bonus max health from his recovery to 100, but the fall off rate is slower. Okay, that's nice at least, right? Lower fixed damage. But greater percentage HP. And decreases cooldown of his shift kick from 12 to 10. I don't know. We'll see how this is. I don't know why they decreased his like just fixed damage from 10 to 9. It seems so small that it shouldn't matter, right? So I know they're increasing his percentage health just to make him a little more. They're really leaning, I guess, into this tank buster role since they're like, oh, Wolverine's getting banned, so Iron Fist will be your guy. But like, Iron Fist doesn't have the kidnapping, which I think is what makes Wolverine great. Is the fact that he can get in and out with his leaps, kidnap people, and gain like bonus health without having to like just stop his whole fight and press, you know, and sit still. This guy's kind of counterintuitive with the fact that he has to kind of like, you can't heal immediately like Wolverine does with his extra bonus shield health, right? You have to like get out of the fight, you know, press E and like meditate and then get back in. And the fact that they're like, I don't know, they increase his damage percentages to such minute numbers that they're getting here. So there has to be some calculation that they're trying to hit, right? I don't know. I have no clue. I really could not tell you. So, we'll see. Mr. Fantastic. That's a lot of text. Hopefully they fix this guy. Alright. God, my allergies. We are enhancing Reed's capabilities while making him some balance adjustments to his ultimate energy charge rate, adding additional controllability and optimizing the release experience of his ultimate. Okay. Increases base health to 375. Okay. Boost the damage of his stretch punch. You know, his primary to 65 and to 80 while inflated. Okay, that's nice. Flexible elongation. Enemies within range now suffer a 35% slow effect. And reduce the cooldown time. Is that his like absorb damage, like big boy state, you know? Because that is pretty significant, having a slow and reducing the cooldown time on it. Interesting. Or, well, no. Is it that, or is it the one where he like attaches to people, right? If he, the ones where he attaches or just like pulls in, you know? Now, either way, very interesting to give him a slow effect. It's pretty significant. 35% is pretty big, right? Let's see. Reduce the elasticity gain from his elastic strength, which is passive, from 30 to 20. While the elasticity provided by stretch punch increase from 5 to 8 after entering the inflated state. Bonus health provided has been reduced a bit. Okay, that's... Alright, new feature. When Mr. Fantastic uses Brainiac Bounce, immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained... Okay, so you immediately gain 400 bonus health. I think that's good. It makes him a lot less killable, and especially like if he's coming out of his ult, right? If he has some shield health left over and it decreases, could be significant. All right. Overall, I think pretty good to make him better. He probably is like moving from like an F. So in like low rank, Mr. Fantastic has always been really good. He is definitely like an A rank, low rank. In high ranks, like he literally went from like a B rank hero down to like a D or F tier. I think this will probably put him back in like low B tier, or maybe, you know, we'll see how it plays. It might actually put him up higher. I don't know. I just see these 35% slow effect could be good. Just increased damage overall. This one is interesting because I'm not really sure what the elasticity. Oh, this is gained for his meter. Okay, so this just makes it you actually have to kind of do a little bit more punching and hitting to gain your inflated state, as opposed to just kind of letting it happen, right? Gotcha. Okay. Moving on. We are optimizing Mark's Moonblade projectile bounce feedback while improving his maneuverability, ult, and survivability. Okay, yeah, this guy needs help in high ranks. This guy just kind of feeds. Terrible at 1v1s, terrible for protecting himself. So his team up ability is not that great. Let's see. We're increase crescent dart projectile speed. Okay, that's nice. Moonblade new effect. Okay. I guess these are his primaries, Moonblades, yeah. Gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit, up to a max of 100. 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off. Whoa, okay, that's big. Giving him like extra shield bonus health for each different person hit. And it usually bounces between 2 or 3 people if they're all together. That's pretty big. Speed up Moonlight hook pull startup time, you know, his F, to much shorter, so that actually makes it a getaway tool in some cases. Extend the duration of the Hand of Khonshu ult to 4.5 seconds, okay. Increase the number of talons, 14, 18. Okay, that actually might do damage and kill now, like, right now, reliably. Fall of speed of talons has been slightly enhanced, okay. New damage fall off mechanic for spell field has been added. So kind of like Namor ult, where it's really damaging at the center, and the farther you go away from the center of it, it does a little less damage. Alright, and so that's to compensate for the more damage that it does overall. That's good. I think this will definitely make him better. I was hoping that they will let him stack up to 2 onks at a time, so he didn't have to wait 8 seconds for his next onk. But it is what it is. Alright. Scarlet Witch. We're reducing Wanda's survivability, but increasing her threat level against strategists and duelists while optimizing her ultimate release experience. Okay. Whoa. Alright. Remove chaos control percentage damage while increasing fixed damage. Okay, so this thing is not doing percentage damage anymore for tanks and everything. So she's strategists and duelists, like they said, definitely more for killing squishies now as opposed to big tank guys. Increase the burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spell field damage 35 to 40. That is... Is that her right click or that little bubble that she shoots out? I'm not really sure. No, it might be her right click, I think. Just like her dagger things. Anyway. We'll see. Either way, that's just slight tweaks. 5 points more in each. Increase the cooldown of her little shift getaway tool from 8 to 10 seconds, which is interesting. And reduce the phase time. Okay, so that is just a nerf to her little survivability getaway card, right? Which is very, very interesting. I think that probably could have gone with, like, instead of 8, you probably could have gone with her reduce her phase state time. Actually, I probably wouldn't have done that. I probably would just done like the 8 to 10 second cooldown effect and not reduce like the time in the actual state. All right. Rework the slow effect of reality erasure to start at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase to 35% slower, 30.5 seconds. Oh, so she starts the ult and she's at normal speed, and then it starts to take effect. Okay, so like when she uses her ability, right? When she uses her ult, she immediately like right now, she immediately gets a 35% slow on her, right? Now that slow doesn't come in, like she can pop her ult and she can still maneuver around, and then as she gets closer and closer to popping ult, she'll get slower and slower until the 35% slow, and then the ult will go off. That's better. That's better. All right. We're reducing Peter's damage output and the efficiency of his ult charge rate. Okay, charge rate is huge. Reduce blaster barrage damage from 80 to 75. Okay. Introduce a new damage fall off mechanic starting at 4 meters. Okay. Well, okay, so they really want this guy to be close enough in your face, right? Starting at 4 meters. Wow. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that does reduce how much ult he charges quickly. They didn't directly affect the ult cost, but I guess because of the damage fall off and the the damage tweaks, it will ultimately make his ult a little harder to charge. So interesting. Winter Soldier. We're lowering Bucky's threat level against vanguards and reducing the margin for error in his ult. Increase the cooldown for his hook from 8 to 12 seconds. Thank you. Reduce the base damage of his ult from 100 to 80, but lower the cooling threshold from 20% of maximum health to 15%. Okay. Yeah, overall I think it's good. I think the Bionic Hook one is really important, reducing that cooldown time. Very good. That just makes this ult a little bit more, you have to actually think about how to use this and the damage you're doing rather than just popping this and getting a team wipe for free. Lastly, Wolverine. We are tuning Logan's rage acquisition rate slightly, lowering his control intensity over enemies. Increase rage gained from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10, while range from Berserk Claw has been decreased from 7 to 5. Okay, so your normal Savage Claws will, you need a few more hits, whereas in Berserk you don't need as much. Reduce rage gained from his leap from 20 to 10. Okay, that's pretty important. And from his rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gained from taking damage has been increased. Okay, so if you, those are pretty significant. I think that'll nerf him a little bit and help balance it. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after his leap, his ult. Okay. I was kind of hoping that would be not just for his ult, but from his normal leap. When you get kidnapped and knocked down, I think they both are like a 1 second knockdown before you can even get back up and recover. But that's fine. I don't think it makes a big enough impact because usually when he uses that ult, like anybody who uses squishy just dies, and tanks like usually die a second later after his shredding. So, yeah. Alright, strategist. All I care to see in this is a Luna Snow ult nerf from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. All I care about. Adam Warlock. We are slightly reducing the frequency of Adam's abilities and adjusting healing provided by his ult after reviving teammates, right? Increase the cooldown from Soul Bond from 30 to 40. Okay, that's fine. We knew that was coming. Karmic Revival. His ult now restores 30% of Fallen's act. Thank you. Thank you. I would have loved for this to be 50% instead of 30%, right? I think 50% is still what it should be, but I'm glad it does a percentage heal on revive instead of just a fixed health, right? Because when you did this, like squishies just revived like half full, but like your tanks and stuff were so low, they would almost always immediately die if you were not super careful about where you were doing this and how much heal charges you had, or if you coordinated with your other healer to finish up healing them, right? This makes it so that like if you have a, let's say that Penny that has 750 HP now, you revive that Penny, they're reviving with like boom boom boom, like almost like 200 plus health now, as opposed to only 100 before, right? If you're squishy with 250, right, if you're spawning with 30, if you're 250 squishy, instead of spawning with 100 health, you're spawning with 75, but usually an Atom like chain heal will like pull you back up, so it's not the biggest difference for a squishy, 25%, or 25 health that can be restored pretty easily, but it's huge for reviving tanks, so that's great. I like to see that change. I still think it should be 50% or 40%, but okay. I would actually love to see 40% on this, because that would make 250 squishies still revive at 100, but everyone else like that or have more than 250 would revive a little higher. I would love to see, instead of 30%, 40%. Alright, anyway. Cloak and Dagger. We're optimizing the logic of this dynamic duo's ult. After activating their ultimate ability, Eternal Bond, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, will remain active until the duration of the final healing zone ends. Thank you. So now the ult ability, those 4 dashes, they do not dissipate one by one. All the 4 dashes stay in place until the last one dissipates, and they all dissipate together. That's good. You'll love to see it. That'll probably bump her up a bit. It'll probably bump them up a bit in tiers, because their ult actually feels pretty usable because of that. Invisible Woman. We'll be fine-tuning Susan's protective capabilities. Decrease her shield health from 200 to 250. Okay. Pretty big, not huge. Loki. To balance Loki's influence in matches, we're making small adjustments to the frequency of his ability. So they're making the rune 30-second cooldown. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. It's like probably the best ability in the game, like just outside of an ult. So yeah, makes sense. Mantis. Whoa. Straight pass. Just no Luna. Just no Luna. Yeah, I guess they're really catering to Luna because she's just like their #1 healer and all this. I don't know, man, but it is very... me and a lot of people, I've seen this on a lot of streamers take stuff. We were all really hoping that Luna would get that nerf. Luna would like take her, what is playing right now? I'm actually not. Well, whatever. A lot of people were really hoping that they would take her ult down from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. I think that's the only nerf that she really needed, right? Wait, hold up. I was looking at my... That's why... This is just auto playing similar music right now. It's not even playing my stream track. There we go. That's why things weren't going through. Alright. Alright. There we go. Now this is actually playing the stream music I have set aside. Okay. Anyway. Back to it. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that Luna Snow does not have a nerf on that ult, but whatever. Alright. Mantis. To emphasize strategy over speed, we're modifying her health and deeper. We can reduce her base health from 275 to 250, but effects of her healing and buffing can be stacked. That's, I mean, that's good. I like that they can be stacked, so you can like double, you can't, okay, so this is not like a double burst heal kind of, but it's more so prolonging the healing period. But we definitely want to see, I don't think she needed that health reduction whatsoever. And I think we wanted to see her original season 0 speed come back, but okay. Please fix Rocket's weird feeling with his Gatling gun, with the switching between healing and damage, how it has a weird kind of pause. Alright. Rocket's healing abilities will see some adjustments to enhance team survivability and his balancing with his mobility. Decrease the healing area of his spheres from 70 health per second to 50 health. Oh, that's a big nerf. But add a new effect of one-time healing of 55 health to allies hit by it. Okay, that's, I think, an appropriate compensation. Projectile speed reduction increased. Oh, is that a reduction to the projectile speed? Overall, that's, I don't know how I feel about that. At least it has like a kind of a burst healing if you hit them, but you actually have to kind of aim with his projectiles now to hit people. For them to do as much healing now, which is extended cooldown for jetpack dash. I don't like that. Reduce dash distance. Yeah, that kind of fucking sucks because that he only has like 2 abilities, and it's his revive, which is just a passive kind of thing basically, and his dash. Like that's his only thing, so I don't like that. Reduce the damage from 40% to 25%, but no effect. During the ability's duration, linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, the bonus health starts to fall off. And oh shit. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I think ultimately I don't like it. Ultimately I don't like it, and I think what it is the fact that it feels like the Rivals devs gave in to people, right? All the people who don't understand Rocket and complaining about him like not doing enough this or that, not having a defensive ult, whatever, right? I feel like they just gave in, and they were like, you know what? Fine, like we'll make it a defensive ult. We'll give you the burst healing you want. And so they took away how much healing he does just in general to, you know, it's like, okay, well, if you hit them now, you'll do 55, just burst heal with them, right? You just want to sit there and heal bot? Too bad. Fuck your dashes, right? You can't communicate to make the 40% fucking damage boost work? 25%. And now you can get some shield and bonus health off it, right? It's just like, cool. Like he just plays different now, you know. It's like, okay, now I gotta aim with my healing spheres. I would have loved to see some compensation for that, to, you know, give him 10 in the magazine instead of 8, but whatever. Upped his ult cost, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, it just kind of feels a little lame. I'm gonna have to play it to see how I feel about it, how I like it, whether it's actually better or not. But I like on like a personal like standing your ground level, I don't like it because it feels like they just gave in. But I think overall, like it's really hard to tell, right? Because getting that bonus health during the ult is really nice, you know. It's kind of like a mix between an Invisible Woman ult and, you know, Rocket's old ult, right? You still get damage boost, but you also get health while you're in range of it, right? Kind of like if you're in range of Invisible Woman's barrier, you just get health, right? And it doesn't directly heal you, but you get that bonus health, which is kind of, and you're getting 100 a second, which is, you know, basically kind of the same. And you're getting, it's kind of better if you're getting healed on top of it. You just get extra health, right? I think the big, I don't know, but then they take down the damage from 40 to 25%. And the big thing with Rocket and like high level tech, if you're communicating with people, you're like killing supports through their ults by using Rocket's ult. But now I don't think you could, I don't know if you can still hit those damage thresholds with a 25% boost only, right? I'm not really sure. Maybe you could still hit it with like Namor, like some Namor whales type of stuff, or like a Moon Knight country, but I feel like you could do those, but like not the others. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to play it. I think overall it's very interesting, and it's probably, you know, it's probably a little bit better than Rocket is right now. I'm just not a big fan. I also just hope they fix the bugs with his like switching from his healing to his damage on his Gatling gun. Has like a weird kind of, it feels like there's like a cooldown switching between them, but there's not. But it just takes so long to switch that it's very awkward, which, you know, makes it hard to like shoot down a group wall, shoot down a Namor or Squid, and then go right back to healing. Team up abilities. Alright, starting with the new one, Arcane Order. So this mystical duo is set to enhance their powers. As a team of Anchor, Doctor Strange will gain max health of 100, so that's probably the survivability they were talking about, but that's very situational, right? So like they don't always have a Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch unlocks a new Mystic Burst ability through her team with Doctor Strange. Can you tell us what that fucking is? Damn. I don't have to look at that somewhere, because like you give us numbers. What? Alright, whatever. Team of Anchor Captain gets a max health of 100 and a 5% damage boost. They probably could have done 10 and been fine, but whatever. It's good either way. Winter Soldier unlocks the devastating stellar impact. Yep, saw that. Wish we had damage numbers for that. Mental projection. Alright. Frost gets extra 100 health, so that brings her up to 750, I think. Magneto receives their, like, you know, isn't Mantis's thing called Soul? No, Soul Sonata, not Soul Resurgence. Soul, anyway, but they get these little clone things. I want to see numbers. I want to. Adjusted or removed. Ammo overload. Winter Soldier is his, you know, is no longer on it. Namor is no longer on this. Psylocke's no longer on this. Gamma charge. All right. Doctor Strange is no longer here. Namor is now on there. Give us numbers. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, this one's just not here. This one's just not here. Okay. That's fine. Overall, I think it's pretty good, but I don't know. There's only a few things I have issues with. I'll really have to go to see that Rock Raccoon. I also thought they talked about doing stuff with Jeff, like to like doing something with Jeff, and that he's just not in here at all. So I don't know what that's about. No Luna nerf, which is unfortunate. And then all the team up stuff didn't come with any numbers or anything, which is unfortunate too. So I want to see what they do. But let's see. Can you? What the fuck? Come on, bro. Load this shit. Team up. Let me see if they have a team up page for it yet where I can read on it. I think this is just still showing this season's and it's not showing the new ones. Nope. Well, alright. That is that. That is that. Unfortunately, they did not give any numbers for those new team up things. They didn't. So many things, and I kind of was hoping for that they didn't, right? They did some weird stuff with the Rockets kit that I really need to see to like feel out how I like it or not. They said in the talk that they were gonna do something with Jeff, and then Jeff wasn't in the patch notes whatsoever. Luna no nerf. I don't know. And then they had all the team up sections, and it was just like, this is now a team up. This is now not a team up. And I'm like, can I get the numbers for this? Got the new cool Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange team up. Can I have some like damage numbers for what that new like ability is or what it does? But it just kind of said they got an ability, and Doctor Strange gets 100 max HP as the anchor. So it's like, all right, cool, I guess. But you know, I was really hoping to see some more of that, to understand that a little bit better. But whatever, that's okay. You know, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and open Marvel Rivals, and yeah, start the grind back up again. All right, I'll go ahead and update these titles so that it just says ranked grind since we are past the patch notes. All right, booting up Marvel Rivals. Ooh. Things kind of paused or whatever. Alright, things are going fine. Alright, let's go ahead and switch over to game. And I will actually go over here and pause the music as well, since we are now in game. Headphones on as well. Oh, they added the new skins. Oh, well, let's take a look at these new skins, shall we, chat? I'll actually click on the exclamation mark here to get it out of the way. Costumes. Okay. Don't know why that. Okay. Anyway, okay. So Hawkeye Ronin bundle is the 5 little star thing, and the Thor Lord of Asgard is a 4-star. Let's take a look at the Thor one first. Interesting. So cracked hammer. I like these little like red flares and gauntlets. This helmet is super cool. Just a big like, and this is feels very regal, right? Kind of the same vibe that Loki has in his normal skin with all that kind of fur around him. This feels like it gives that same energy, but this is called the Lord of Asgard, right? So yeah, you probably want that. Wow, it looks great. Very cool. All right, let's read on this. But to dream beyond the horizon of self-imposed limitations, that I might become so much more than I am, that the kingdom of Asgard and the kingdom of Earth might become so much more than they ever thought possible. First appears in 1998. Thor. Cool. All right, let's take a look. What's this MVP? The 2 Crows of Odin. Okay, that's cool. I don't feel like it has that real oomph factor, but it's pretty cool. I like the little addition of the 2 Crows of Odin in there, right? Let's see what the emote is. That's cool. That's neat. I like the ones that kind of summon outside props. Nameplate. That's cool. Spray. 2 Crows of Odin. That's really cool. I could probably see myself getting this once I get some more chrono tokens to up my units a bit. I could definitely see myself getting this. Also, after, you know, getting my next paycheck, because a lot of my paychecks recently have been going towards paying money for a trip right now. So, all right, Hawkeye Ronin bundle. Cool. Cool. I love the color scheme on this. A lot more symmetrical than the Hawkeye designs than they have had usually. Usually they kind of go a bit more less with the, they usually go a bit more with the asymmetry, right? What is it, like having one arm, especially like with if you're doing bow stuff, you usually have some kind of arm guards or stuff like that. But they went all in with kind of the symmetry on this one, which is cool. That a cool quiver. It's got the swords. All right. Yeah. That's not living life. That's just being a tourist. Take every shot, Kate. If it's worth caring about, no matter how impossible you think it is, you should take the shot. New Avengers 2004. I was born that year, guys. I'm 21 now. Aren't y'all old? I'm old. I like the black and white. It's an interesting emote, I guess. Animated nameplate. This one's alright. The hand feels a bit weird, but also, wait, hold up. Oh, they are fingerless. Huh, weird. Spray's okay. Yeah. I feel, you know, the fingerless gloves low-key kind of feel weird. I kind of just want them to be gloved. I don't know. The fingerless feels very weird, especially because, like, no other skin is showing anywhere on this costume, so it feels really weird to make it fingerless. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not a Hawkeye player, so I'm probably never going to buy that skin, but cool. I can see myself getting the Thor one. Out of the new ones, the Moon Knight one, I could see myself getting that. That one's cool. Let's see, what are skins that I could get? Like, definitely, like, well, let me look here, right? Punk Child, I could definitely see myself getting. I don't really play Magic much, which is cool. I already bought the Invisible Woman, so one of these days I'll just get around and buy the Mr. Fantastic one, you know? Definitely the Luna Stone one seems really cool, but I know there are definitely more skins and colorations coming up next season, so I'm not getting anything. This one, actually, I like this as a cap one. This one's a cool Bucky one. I don't have a Bucky skin. Yeah, I'd probably get the other Thor skin over this one. I like the other Thor skin. I don't know. These are all fine. These are all cool. The Black Panther one is really, really cool. Got this one with the costume coin. I think for everything else, it's like I already have costumes from other stuff on them, and I don't think they're cooler than the ones in here that I'd want them, right? Let's see. Like, going through, like, Battle Pass, that one's cool as shit. Battle Pass, but the Bash Chosen is cooler. That was from the New Year's event. I don't have a Hulk skin. So like that, the big, like War Hulk could be cool. Cap skin, don't have one, but the MCU one is really cool. Got a Cloak and Dagger. I know I got a Strange. I got this one from Battle Pass event. I got like every Invisible Woman skin. I don't have Malice. Human Torch skin, just because there's not any really skins that I like for him, and I don't even play this guy. He's only got like 3 skins, so Battle Pass, nothing for that guy. Got the little event missions one. I don't know. I think, who do I not have? I don't have a Luna skin, but I'll probably get one with the Hellfire Golem one, right? Who else do I not? Don't have Mr. Fantastic skin, but I'll get around to buying this wedding one soon. No Spidey skin. I don't play this guy, but I probably get like the the PlayStation Spider-Man skin. I got skins for the rest of these guys. I don't think I got a Squirrel skin. I don't know if there's one I like yet. Oh yeah, I got that New Year's one. I got the Beaver Battle Pass. Don't have. Oh no, I got the trench coat. No Thor skin, but I like that one that just came out. Phantom Venom, that one's cool. Winter Soldier, I don't have anything. So, eventually, I'll get something eventually. All right. Let's go ahead. I'll take a look over here. Okay, no, it looks fine. I just had to take a look at my stream over on YouTube. I was like, oh my gosh, it looks fuzzy, but that's because it was small on my other screen. Okay. Let's do a warm-up quick match, I guess, right? And then I'll hop into gameplay. Or into competitive. Yes, Social Path. This map is... I'm okay with this. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm joining mid-game. Support, Groot thing. Oh, shoot. They are pushing through on these guys. Yeah, this was a losing battle. How the fuck did I join into this? I just got here. That was... I just got here. Okay, let me see. Kind of wanted to see how that looked on the other screen. Still kind of bit ratey. My stream is still kind of bit ratey. On stream. Dang. That's unfortunate. Why does it look so bit crunched? over on the other screen. You know, maybe. What can I do to make that better? I'll look at it after. I'm not super worried about it. It is what it is. Hell 7. This is a good map. Oh my god, I'm joining mid-game again? What the hell? 2 tanks, you only have 1 support. Okay, I need to go, probably actually Luna. Probably. Why is my ping low?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I don't have my ult. Huh. Oh, there's a Black Panther. Holy moly, what the fuck did my ping just do to me? Why is my ping all over the place? What the hell? What is going on with my connection? Oh my god, I'm getting lagged the fuck out of right now. Holy shit. Why is it so bad? Why did it just jump so high right there? My ping. My ping is so bad. Why can't... Oh my god, I'm constantly... Get in there. Get in there. I can't. Oh my god.
To put on a show.
God, how am I alive? Jesus. I have no idea how I stay alive in some parts of the between the lag and everything. How the hell did I manage to stay alive? Dude, my ping just kept spiking throughout the whole game. What is going on, brother? It seems like everything is still like pretty... My streams and everything are still running fine. It's just very interesting.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Thanks, man. You are Dagger. Oh. Yeah, bitrate is super low. I'll have to look up how to fix that after stream. God damn. Way to ult me, bro.
I'm making a comeback. We captured the mission area.
Oh, shite.
Be strong together. Divido spotted bad guys. There they are.
Oh my god, tremble before my fucking nuts. Why? Oh, I guess maybe. Yeah, there actually were people alive. I thought nobody was alive. I was like, what? What are you doing down there? How did I miss that? Fuck, where is everybody jumping to? Oh my god, run back, run it back, and destroy the invisible woman shield. Oh, I can't. do it with everybody just jumping back and forth on my screen? Where am I? Where am I? Why does everything keep just jumping around? Okay, the ping is actually so bad right now.
With the amazing Spider-Man!
Captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Okay, got double dived by the Magic Black Panther combo. The ping is killing me. I'm gonna have to fucking end stream because this ping, like, I cannot play with this. I do not know what the hell happened, but ping is so bad. He jumped over it. I can't just hit anybody with some of my stuff. Oh, whoa. What the fuck happened there? Okay, they got that at least. Okay, the cloak and dagger is there with them. I'm at 81% for my ult. R. Okay, good. I was about to say ours needs to ult. Oh, he ulted outside of position. Okay. We managed to win the end. Jeez. Genuinely awful how bad my ping was there. Alright. Yeah. My god. Stupid. Alright. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to end stream for off that. Yeah, ping is really bad and everything, and the bitrate has been weird, so I'm gonna go look up how to fucking fix bitrate for this, whether it's something with my OBS or something with multi-streaming or anything like that. So I'm gonna go look up that, and I'm also gonna try and see what's up with the ping, because that's not doing well. Because it says I'm at 12, 25, whatever, but it just kept going up and down and up and down. So yeah, we're gonna go see. So anyway, I got people home anyway right now. Just got home, so